What's up, YouTube? C1 Mag back in the building with another react. Today my video is coming from WorldstarHipHop. I always find something ridiculous, funny, informative, something of that sort on there. So I definitely will be reviewing videos like that, but I also will be looking at other areas as well to review certain stuff and give my take on things. And hopefully that y'all give me y'all feedback in the comment section down below, because I'm always interested in learning something and having an intelligent conversation with a bunch of intelligent people and hearing different points of views that I might not agree with, and maybe can take something out of this to make my life more fruitful. So today, the topic in particular, this woman just broke down what ladies need to understand when it comes to what men want. I am very curious because usually most of the time, some women, in my experience, think they know what men want, and it's either too short of a list or they are completely lost in the sauce. So I want to see how close she is to thinking like a guy. She doesn't have to act like a guy, she just has to understand how a guy thinks. So that way, if I understand how you think, and if a woman understands how I think, we could come together and meet in the middle, compromise, because we both think two different ways, men and women. So without further ado, let me pull this up and we'll go get to it. Get silly. Hey, what's up?
So I hear a lot of men asking, well, what do you bring to the table? And women are now so attractive and,
There are a lot of beautiful women out there. I am grateful and blessed for that. I am glad that a lot of women, especially black women, get their education and put themselves in a better position to earn enough money to handle business, take care of themselves, and pursue a career and be thriving in what they do. So when a guy on a date asks you what you bring to the table, don't be offended, because he's just asking something that you're probably going to ask anyway, because you're going to ask what I do for a living, and you're going to wonder what I bring to the table, and I expect to have these answers and be ready. So when I expect the same thing, don't get mad, don't get offended, don't act like I just supposed to know, especially when every woman is unique in their own way. Every woman apparently likes to call themselves a unicorn, which means there's a lot of rare people. Therefore, that's even more reason for me to ask that question, to see how rare and different you are, and to understand what are the things that you're offering at the table that I'd be interested in for myself, on my point of view, on my process of thinking, what I'm looking for in my vision. You already know your qualities and your vision. You mold yourself to that. But guys have a different vision and have different qualities that will work for us, especially if we're looking for something in a long-term relationship. Let's continue.
making money and all these things. So we feel like, well, that automatically makes me a good catch. Look at me, I'm attractive and I make some money.
Here's where I need a lot of people to understand, because usually a lot of people will word this bad or say the wrong thing and start just wanting to trigger people because of experience and all of that stuff, whatever. In my experience around women, other than my mother, I rarely came across a woman that just spent money on me. Honestly, sorry. maybe one, maybe two, and it was very rare, and it was like a friend, and it wasn't even a person that I really like. It wasn't none of my exes that really just sat there and spent money on me. So if you kind of expect most of the time that most women will go by this saying, my money is my money and your money is my money, or they believe in traditional type of things where you bring home the bacon and take care of everything and everybody, or at least most of it, then you already in your mind expect that her money or the money that she ever has or gets is not really going to go to you. She might sit there and take care of food and all that stuff, but that's because she's hungry. If she wants to have kids, it's because we got to take care of the kids. It's common sense stuff, but there's not really going to be too much that she's going to be like, I need to spend this money on you until your birthday, Father's Day if you're a father. Not really as often as you do all year long. I'll say it like that. So that's why most guys don't really bother to look for money, especially when we're used to our bringings, whether we are traditional or untraditional now. Most of us grew up in traditional old school ways, and it's kind of ingrained in our brain that we're supposed to work to put ourselves in a position that we earn a good amount of money, and we could take care of this, we could take care of that, and build a foundation and build a legacy. So if we're expected to do that and we're expected to spend our money, and there's old heads that will always tell you that you're going to be broke with it for the rest of your life because you got to spend money on women in some way, shape, or form, whether you sit there and go and do prostitution is your choice, or whether you date a woman and she uses money under the term financial security, which is having enough money to feel secure about certain things happening on a rainy day or emergency, this, that, and other. Same thing kind of still requires money regardless. Then you don't look for her to have money because you don't expect her to spend it on any of those things or on you. So that's the reason why it's cool if you make six figures. Congrats to you. That means that's more money for you to shop and spend it on whatever you want, most likely. But the chances that those same women spend a good amount or a lot on a man that they actually care for, it is very slim. So understand that that's really most of the time why we just don't even bother to use how much money you make as a quality that matters. Let's continue.
Do you understand that even if you have a good paying job, a man will walk past your six-figure making self and as attractive as you are and go to the mugly girl at Burger King because she knew how to be his piece and how to give him what he really was looking for? It doesn't matter what you make. Men don't care. When men ask you, what do you bring to the table? They're simply asking, do you know how to be my piece? Will you listen to me? Will you encourage me? Will you help me to pursue my dreams and to be a better man and a human being? Are you compassionate? Are you kind? Are you loving? Are you nurturing? Will you pray with me? Will you pray for me? I'm out here fighting the world. I don't want to come home and fight with you too. If I'm going to fight, I hope that you'll fight with me and fight for me. Are you going to be everything that I need? Because at the end of the day, what I'm really looking for is peace and stability. They will walk past everything if you're not that.
Yes, as you get more older, you start to figure things out, and some youngsters, young gentlemen, are ahead of their time and with maturity and being around the right people and the right advice givers. I will say that I like to have fun. I'm like to do some things exciting here and there, but I also know that I have to take care of business first, and I'm always aiming for my goals. So once I get business and family and personal things out the way, I will gladly put myself in position to do certain things for fun. Now, while working really, really hard and pushing towards my passion and direction, that doesn't mean I'm not going to have fun or I'm be boring all the freaking time. I will sit here and de-stress a little bit to give my head a rest, to give myself a break here and there, because working nonstop without any kind of restore, and anything like that is very bad for your health and not very beneficial to you getting the most results out of your productivity. But if you're like me and you just want a peaceful life, you already live a peaceful life to some extent, you avoid drama, you kind of don't need to be in a competition with other classmates, with other people about this, that, and the other. This is how I'm living my life. This is how I'm doing this, doing that. And you're going to do all that accordingly, and you just don't really give a damn about competing or competing and showing off. Then you just want to find a person that brings you more peace, that helps you become a better you, to be more productive, to set things up in the long run, to take care of a person you really care about, to take care of each other, to help me make money. Because a lot of women I know in my history, in some way, shape, or form, can tell me all different ways to spend this money. But where are you to help me make this money? Are you helping me save this money and create it into a saving account in the bank to grow interest over time? Are you helping me? Are you taking time to learn stocks? What are you doing to help us make money? Because if we're going to be a team, if we're going to sit here and you're going to be my support and you're going to be my mate and I'm going to take care of you and whatever role that we have with each other, then I need you to understand that I am making money. You know we making money. You know I'm taking care of bills. You know I want a house. You know we want all of these things. Whatever. I need you to be interested in not only just yourself, but the bigger picture and me individually, about what would help us go on these trips, saving money here, saving money there, with shopping smart and healthy, picking moments to not spend money to go on trips later on, and this, that, and the other, spending money to the side for a rainy day, putting money to the side for growth, to flip that money, if you will, in a legal way, to make more money and be able to do more things in the long run, because there's a lot of things that has to be done in the long run, and we want to be in a good position where we work smarter, not harder. Because in this life, you see a lot of people that work so hard to the bone, and by the time they actually retire, their body is too beat up to actually enjoy life the way they want to. And hell, some of us just really don't want to wait till we're old, up in our whatever age we consider old, to sit here and enjoy anything. Some of us want to enjoy some of it now while we are younger, while we could do this, while we could do that. So with that being said, yes, peace, support, the whole nine, and a few other traits that weren't even discussed, is all the things that most men look for in order to be successful, to have a successful life, to build a legacy, to have the right person to enjoy life with. But when you are just a person that is just seen as an extra bill, then just like most women usually say, I can do bad all by myself. And if I'm doing pretty decent all by myself, and getting to know you or things about you is only going to make that worse, why would I stick around? And I don't know, women should feel the same way. Why should you stick around with a guy that's a waste of your time, that's not beneficial for you, that's not healthy, that's not going to make you a better you? So, to each their own, but she has some pretty good points. Y'all tell me what y'all think down below in the comments. Until next time, YouTube, C1 Mac Reacts out.